Okay, go.
I'm going to tell you about a book that I read a couple years ago that drastically changed my life. And this would be one reason that I would highly recommend reading this book if you ever get the chance. It's a pretty short book, so doesn't take a lot of your time to read it. It's called Finding the Father, See Him for Who He Really Is. And the title of the book really encompasses what the book is about. The author is Herb Montgomery, and he is a pastor, and he also heads up a ministry in West Virginia. And he is a Seventh-day Adventist, and he is very Christ-centered in his presentations. This book was really a blessing to me because at the point in my life when I read it, I was kind of questioning some things that you hear in life, like people are questioning, why is there pain and suffering? How does forgiveness really work? And I was raised in a Christian home, Seventh-day Adventist home, and I have been exposed to the correct knowledge of, why God allows these things. But at the same time, the world has such a twisted view of who God is that it tends to I found it sneaking into my own life. So this book is a really good book if any of you are personally searching just to know God on a personal level and on a heart level, and really be won over to God as a loving God and somebody who really cares about you. A quote that really, it's kind of a long one, but if you can follow it, then you'll see how it could be even used as a tool to reach out to people, even an atheist. For 1,700 years, out of the ashes of the dark ages of Christianity, a picture of God emerged that was so out of harmony with what we know to be good, beautiful, and attractive, that finally honest souls emotionally and intellectually rebelled. This picture of God was so out of harmony with the instinctive knowledge of what a divine being should be like, that many simply concluded that if a God is like that, he can't exist. Although we don't agree with atheism's conclusion, how it got there strikes a resonant chord with all of us. And I think this is really true because it's easy to start thinking, since we are exposed in this world, we're exposed to so many twisted views of God and who he is. And like the book says, it was basically from the beginning that Adam lied to us and twisted our view of God and misrepresented his character, really. And so this is a really good book to help you, even if you are going to be witnessing to people that don't believe in God, to help them really see who God is on a personal level. The last part of this quote says, "The next time someone tells you they don't believe in God, ask them to describe this God in which they don't believe. You'll be shocked to discover that you don't believe in that God either." So I highly recommend reading this book if you have the time and you can find one. I found them online for fairly cheap, and I've seen them a lot in the ABC too. So it's a really great book, and I think you will enjoy it.